Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boyz who take the lead.
Ball shot.
Greetings, sports fans. Welcome to BCN Sports Halftime Show. My name is Benton, along with the family. George, Wagwan family, where's there?
Hi, I'm good enough. I'm good.
Junior, we have a jam-packed show. Hopefully you're doing all right. It's a lot has occurred since we were last here on Sunday. We have Cricket West Indies in the Super 8 of the ICC Men's World Cup. We'll take a look at the landscape of that tournament. We have Champions League roundup, Vinícius Jr. A lot being said about Vinícius Jr. And we'll take a look at the scores and we'll get the family's thoughts on what took place in Benfica in that first leg, along with other games. We have Arsenal dropping points. Yo, I don't know what going over the Gunners. The Gunner stick. We need to figure out what's going on with Arsenal because something not right. We have Arsenal dropping points in the English Premier League against Wolves. We have this Bob Marley inspired or Rasta inspired reggae Jamaica's men's national team jersey. I was going to say Reggae Boyz, but Jamaica's men's national team jersey that was released by Adidas has really ignited a very, very, very passionate debate around the kids. So,
not that about that.
And that's it. Wait, you ready to start the kit debate or should we go to West Indies?
No. Run the show on.
Cause I'm ready now. I'm fully loaded up.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the West Indies cricket. West Indies into the Super 8. Darren Sammy's team, impressive, perfect record so far in the tournament. They will play Italy tonight at 12:30 a.m. Starting at 12:30 a.m. Junior, I don't know if you're going to stay up for that one, but I will be up. There won't be a watch along. Hey, I mean, they're leading the group, 6 points, and they've booked their place. They have one more game to wrap up. Your thoughts on the performance so far?
It's puzzling. It's puzzling because looking at their most recent run of forms in the T20, they were garbage coming up. Garbage bowling, garbage batting, garbage fielding, and all of a sudden it's like them turn it on. The West Indies was never good in any area of the game leading up to this tournament. And I don't know. Look, as a West Indies fan, I'm happy. As a West Indies fan, I will say that they are playing up to my expectation, and I hope they can keep it going. But something needs to be done, though, because obviously the players them can turn it on and turn it off when they feel like. So there has to be a discussion about that, but that is after the tournament.
Yeah, I know excessive long talking with half a discussion about on and off. Right now, the West Indies is in a what you would call probably a purple patch. They're doing well. They're on a hot streak, and that's all you need in a tournament. You need to win games. I mean, the bottom line is win games and win as many games as you can. Impressive victory over England. One of the former champions in this tournament. The Italy game tonight, I expect them to butter bruise Italy. They dealt with Nepal in that previous game, and of course Scotland is just Scotland. So I'm not gonna say anything about the schedule. The schedule is what the schedule is. Kudos, big up to Darren Sammy. I know the Darren Sammy fanboy and fangirls will ask for apologies, for apology later on. But we are demand a certain level of performance from the team, and I don't think that's too much to ask. I think they are doing quite well. And let me get these groups lined up over and. We have to big him up for the performance of the team. Have to big him up. And I think they can go. I think they can win this. I think they can win the tournament. I think they can win. This is the nature of T20 cricket. It can, if you have a hot streak, you can win T20 tournaments. And who better to lead them to a victory? The man who has won 2 T20 titles as a captain. So, Junior, I have nothing to say, but Junior is not a man who bleach on this side. The Super 8 teams are India, West Indies, South Africa, and Zimbabwe in Group 1. I think one of the biggest surprises of the tournament so far is that Zimbabwe eliminated Australia. Australia is out. Big up to all the Zim fans. Zimbabwe very impressive in making it to the Super 8. Junior.
Yeah. I saw a video with a brother, Ozzy, do a meme about the game when Zimbabwe beat them. But the man said, who are these guys? Who is this? Yo, like, I mean, it goes hand in hand with what you said. The nature of the game, the nature of cricket, this is the reason why they play series. When teams are playing and they travel to different regions, they play a best of 3, best of 5, because anybody can turn up and win that one game. So this is a game of attrition now. This is a game of consistency. And Australia could not find the consistency in the tournament, and they come back and bite them. Zimbabwe is riding a hot hand. Same thing can be said about West Indies. But when rubber meets road and quality meets quality, then we start seeing the separation. So, look, my word of warning to the West Indian fans, be like Zimbabwe right now, because that's the level that we are at. We are not a top team in T20. So this luck will run out. So y'all just relax, enjoy the ride. I'm going to enjoy the ride. And when they do fail, they say, well, it was a good ride.
We don't enjoy the ride around here. We want a trophy. This is West Indies. This is a legacy of what we do, what our work, what we expect. In our group 2 of the Super 8, England, New Zealand, Pakistan, I think Sri Lanka has been probably, along with West Indies, probably the most impressive team in this tournament. So big up to Sri Lanka. Very impressive performance in that group game against, I think it was South Africa. Who was it when they walked down that score? So big up to Sri Lanka. Very impressive display in the Super 8. And so again, West Indies versus
Italy
later on this evening. All right, now over to Champions League. I think we've checked our first box in getting cricket out of the way. Now over to Champions League games, and before we even get to games, let's just deal with the Vinícius Jr. Situation front and center. I mean, Vinícius Jr. accused a player. I'm trying to remember the player name. What's his name? Tresiani?
Yeah. I give it a full name. Of
racism. Gianluca Pristiani.
Yeah.
Yes. Vinícius Benfica claimed defamation campaign against Gianluca Pristiani. Junior, a lot has been said since this thing. We've heard from coaches, we've heard from players, former players. What does the BCN football analyst have to say about this?
No, you have a football. I can be a football analyst, or I can be a human being. It's two different conversations. The football analyst in me will. First of all, I don't care if people want to cancel BCN. I don't care if people want to call me whatever they want to call me, right? But it will be two different conversations. I'll start with the human aspect, the human being aspect. Vinícius Jr. clearly felt like he was done wrong, right? He felt attacked and responded accordingly. I have no problem with that. Now, if the young player is guilty of calling him a monkey, then, throw the book at him and bury him under the prison. And call him all kind of names and dash him, because racism... Actually, I'm tired of talking about racism need to end. Like, that's where I am. But I hate racism. I hate racists. And if you are a racist, and you're in an integrated sport like football, all right? You're amongst an integrated community like a football stadium. You're the biggest idiot in the world. You're the biggest dumbass in the world if you're a racist and you can't pursue. Why don't you go pursue an all white job? I don't know which field, all white. Go work for ICE. If you want to be racist, go work for ICE and enjoy the next 2 years of free funding, and then after that, I don't know what you're gonna do after that. But you can't be a footballer and be racist. So I'm tired. I'm tired of racism in football, and I'm just tired of it. That's the human response. The player response now. Vinicius Jr., time has come now for you to stop crying. The time has come now for you to be more demonstrative. The man money long like train smoke. If a man really call you monkey, thump him in the mouth. I guarantee you will not have anybody else call Vinicius Jr. a monkey if him kick him in the face. Nobody else in the world will call him monkey. Just one kick on public TV, and we can move on. Or you link Rudiger and say, yo, Rudes, I will pay the fine. Come cross and deal with a brother here for me. So the man he's too much of an easy target, man.
All right, big up to the family. Welcome to BCN Sports Halftime Show. We're discussing the Vinicius Jr. situation, the incident, the racism allegation. Gianluca Pristiani, the player out of Benfica, allegedly said monkey. He did cover his shirt, cover his mouth with his shirt, so I don't have any evidence that he did or did not one way or the other. So I try and work with what I can go off and things that I've heard and saw around the situation. And just to highlight, Gianni Infantino, president of FIFA, came out, said a statement and said, I was shocked and saddened to see the incident of the alleged racism towards Vinicius Jr. in the UEFA Champions League match. Gianni Infantino making a statement about racism. Is that not the biggest bullcrap I've seen in the last 5 months? Gianni Infantino is lockstep and barrel. One of the biggest racists right now I walk Mama Earth. And, so Gianni Infantino running out making a statement. This is all just performative. He has not done anything from the FIFA standpoint. So Gianni Infantino, you can... go back from whence you came with your words. You can keep that moving. And you can go check your brother at White House so you can have a drink. Have a drink and easy. Regarding the situation during the game, a couple things more on chastise. The interview after the game by Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho focused on celebration and etc. Them are two different sort of reasonings. We can discuss racism and call it what it is, and say racism we need to eliminate and get out of sports and society, period. But when Jose Mourinho as a manager talk about or say why didn't Vinicius Jr. celebrate like Pele, Eusebio, whosoever he wanted, Stefano or whatever, that a conflate the issue with racism, in my opinion. That a belittle racism itself. You call out racism and say your racism is non-apologetically not allowed in the stadium, not allowed in the fun. But when you come now as Jose Mourinho, I talk about celebration, I talk about why didn't you go celebrate with your teammates? Why can't you celebrate like Pele? Why can't you celebrate like this Stefano? Them things that I give a path to racism because you are shining a light away from the problem. So I say, and non-apologetically, I don't think we'll ever get Jose Mourinho on Ball Chat or BCN Sports anyway. So Jose Mourinho, I would tell you about you such and such, but we're not in that vibe today. As a big man, a big coach, you should be able to have a position of authority, be able to say, yes, you do not know if Gianluca Prestiani use the word money, but you should be able to say, Vinicius Jr. has the right to celebrate, and if he was racially abused, then whatever Richie and Gianluca Prestiani fear occur. But when you start forward now with a highlight, then you are essentially, that could be read like the player invited those things onto him because of his celebration. And that is a part of the problem in football. When a manager I indicate or I try belittle racism because a man I celebrate, or allege racism because I celebrate, Jose Mourinho, you get a bug of the week or a bug of the year for me for that. So that's the first thing I want to get out of the way. The second thing now, the incident at the end of the game, where Vinicius Jr. got hit with a water bottle. At some point, I'm looking forward to see if FIFA or UEFA is going to come down with a heavy sanction or heavy fine on Benfica. Because you cannot have a situation where a player go over to take a corner kick and I get hit with buckle. And if Benfica fans can't handle getting beaten at the yard, tell your team to win the ball game. If you can't handle a man celebrate at the corner flag, tell your players them to tap him from score. So, two things wants to come out of this. If Benfica, this non-apology, the Benfica need to get a significant fine from UEFA because of the toss of the bottle. I don't want to get into the debate about card, should Vinicius Jr. get a card or not. The referee can say he was taunting or whatever. I don't agree with the referee, but he was in his right to do whatever call he want to make. Jose Mourinho may have a fire upon, and if this is something strong for a fine, a significant penalty for to Benfica for what I saw in that stadium with the buckle at the end. Those are my things, buddy.
And because I'm black, I'm obligated to agree with you.
No, I know. You're not Rasta and you're bald, so you can come at it from a different perspective.
No, but that in itself is also a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Because we cannot. And I think you're rightfully separated when you said, you walk around the racist thing, you know. You walk around the racism thing and you went towards the dancing, the celebration. So and that to me is the right reaction. The racism thing is between Vinicius Jr. and that player. It have nothing to do with us. Nothing at all. Because we have to get to a point where we have to look at these players now and start holding them accountable. Vinicius Jr. is so dependent, and hear me out, he's so dependent on public pressure to feel better after this game. He is heavily dependent on us talking about this topic and forcing the whole world to shift towards being behind him right now, right? How much more times would Vinicius Jr. have to experience it before he go and play a game in Africa? How much more times would he have to experience it before he goes back to Brazil and play in his own Brazilian league? If they don't want you in their league, how much money is it going to take for you to say, I'm willing to give up this big riches and come back over here, sir? Because at the end of the day, Benton, and the cynic in me is going to say this, at the end of the day, if Vinicius Jr. never get the yellow card, we wouldn't be having this discussion right now. It's because he got the yellow card. And that much for me is clear. And I don't want to dance around the racism thing, I think there's something towards Vini milking this racism thing. I think there's something towards it. Because Mbappe and Camavinga, I haven't seen Camavinga say anything. Mbappe can't say, I heard it. He said it 5 times. In that video, you were nowhere near. It was Vinicius Jr. and it was Camavinga. And if you look at the video again, the man said so. And Camavinga just goes, hey, brother, relax, man. A video, run gone. Why Camavinga did not react a certain way as well? Is he immune to the mon attack? Is he okay with the mon attack? Why Camavinga never react a certain way? Why Vini is the only one that gesticulate and run gone? And then it becomes my team versus your team. That's what it becomes at that point. It's not black versus white. It is my team versus your team, and I'm going to support my player till the end. We don't have a clue what was said in the Real Madrid locker room. We don't know if Camavinga link him and say, "Oh, Vini, don't support you publicly, but we never really hear that. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know the circle. We don't know anything around it. I am not. If the brother did say it, send cross Rudiger. Send cross somebody and broke him foot. And we'll move on. But if Vini keep experiencing these things, brother, take yourself out of the league. You don't have to play in Spain.
But
if
this
you
game
can't
was
handle
in,
it.
This game...
But you know what I mean. You can't play in Europe. Come out of Europe.
So, but
the same thing with Italy. We have players in Italy experiencing racist chants. But then when you watch a Syria give a black man a play, I say, wait a minute.
So why BM says if Vinicius, big up BM, imagine a player being vilified for celebrating a goal. If Vinicius react with violence, then he will be the worst person on the planet. If he reacts by complaining, he's a crybaby. The reality is the player is in a lose-lose situation. All right, and I think that's a profound statement that BM highlighted.
He's not in a lose-lose. No, it's not.
Yes, I agree with what BM just said, because I've heard people criticize Vinicius Jr. Or it's almost like the criticism is because he's a crybaby, so some of these actions are warranted. What's right. Vinicius Jr., if he experienced? Well, I don't know if Gianluca Prestiani called him a monkey. That's why we are at the stage of allege. All right? But only thing we can go with right now is that Gianluca Prestiani deliberately put his shirt over his mouth. Gianluca Prestiani then came out with a statement and said he did not use the word mono, he used hermano. Now, I don't know when I call the next man brother, I need to cover him mouth. Maybe he need to wipe spit from his mouth. That's not for me to decide. That I don't.
All the time.
Yeah, that's not for me to decide. I don't really care about that. It's me I say. As Jose Mourinho said, it's one word against the other. And that I agree with. But this is not something that has occurred to Vinicius Jr. once. It has occurred multiple times. It's not unique to Vinicius Jr. He's not the first player of color or black man to suffer racism attack in whether it's Champions League or in Italy or in La Liga. Vinicius Jr. is probably the most vocal about it and the one who's been the most aggressive about taking it on head on. And because of that position, I cannot remember a player, whether it's Dani Alves, whether it's Samuel Eto'o, who has gone to the length of taking things to arbitration and testifying in court. Samuel Eto'o walked off the field. Vinicius Jr. has taken a different approach. Now, will it solve? I think some of those approaches that Vinicius Jr. has taken has ignited more passion for the racists go after him. And, okay, maybe that's the fight that Vinicius wants to do. But at the end of the day, the point about a man can leave the league, and I've said this multiple times, there are players who were born in Spain, black players who plays in Spain. There are black Italian players who plays in Italy. So when racism reach them, where them a go? Go Africa too?
So, all right, because
it happened to where the Italian boy name, the black Italian
Balotelli.
boy.
It happened to Balotelli.
Yes.
Balotelli had that moment.
And the most recent one, where that was at Everton, right? The
Right.
Natty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see,
Well, he's not a Natty. I'm not call him no Natty. The
what
man
we
with locks.
what we're experiencing right now is empathy.
Is what?
We're being empathetic towards these players, right? And look, I understand the need for gaining a competitive advantage. I understand it. I understand the need to try to get a player off his game. And you know, let me not play devil's advocate. The youth knew what he was doing. He got exactly what he wanted. The baller. Yeah, I remember my name, right? Prestarini, however I want him. He knew what he was. He knew what he was doing. He wanted to get Gianluca.
Yeah, Gianluca Pristiani. Oh, okay.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And he's a young man. And look, if I know saying mono to Vinicius Jr. will get him off his game, I am so petty, I will say her mono. And I will say to him, and say, brother, I say her, I'm saying brother, but I'm changing her mano to her mono. And it wouldn't surprise me if that's what the youth did. And guess what, Benton? It worked. Because the game only ended 1-0. So it worked. And things happen all the time. You look at, it's because it's racism, and racism is such a sensitive topic. It make it that when you go to racist approach, is nonsensical, and then you can write that off as youthful ignorance. I am not going to sit down and say that brother is a racist. I'm going to say he's trying to get a competitive advantage and made a dumb mistake. Now, if he get up every day and hate black people, by all means, kick off in face. But within the bounds of the game, he's trying to get Vinícius Jr. off his game, and it worked. The man scored a rash goal, and Real Madrid not scoring no more for his game. It worked. They now go to the Bernabeu with a chance for qualify for the next round because Madrid only score one goal for them. They can go to Bernabeu and score two and lock shop. It worked. Now, choosing the racist approach just because that is Vini's hot button topic is dumb. And this is the best case scenario. But what this does now, and this is where my worry is, it gives fuel to the non-Vinícius Juniors in the world and the non-football racists in the world for come out and say the same thing to somebody else on the street. Because now you see it on live TV and they make a big spectacle about it. You know, I might be the minority with this. When you watch American sports right now, when was the last time you see a streak up on the field? Think about it.
Yeah, they don't show that. They cut away.
Why do they cut away from it?
I don't know.
They're not encouraging people to do it.
Okay.
That's the reason why.
And sometimes streakers is free promo.
It's one is free promo,
yeah,
and then you can encourage people because like the idiot who did it at the Super Bowl, he bet on himself that there will be a streaker in the game. So he get a, let's say, I don't, it's something like if he got a $20,000 fine, or rumor has it, he made a bet that will pay out 100,000, but him pay a $20,000 fine. So him walk with $80,000. And guess what? NFL say you can never go back to an NFL game. He might not even be an NFL fan. But he might take the opportunity and make some money. But what American sports do, when you have events like that happen, they cut away from it. You don't see the people. Them go straight to the commentators and take the oxygen away from it. If you do, because I don't care. Me personally, I don't care about Vinicius Jr. As a man, I don't care about him. I don't care about Gabriel, whatever I want him. One of those football players, and I watch the game for entertainment. What are they doing under the spare time? That is full of business. But I am worried about my son, who is a black man, and he goes and play a sport, and just because some white idiot see it work for Vinicius Jr., he might go do it and say it to my son. And then my son now don't have the backing of Vinicius Jr. He doesn't have the celebrity of Vinicius Jr. He might top the youth in them face and him go prison. And nobody will go back and say, this is because of Vinicius Jr. Nobody will go back and say it. But so we need to take the oxygen out of the room when it comes to racism. These players are not racist. I will say this. The chances of a football player, I'm sure you have some racist footballers. I'm sure.
I don't know if Gianluca Cristiani is a racist or not. I've never met him.
I'm not going to put it on him. I won't put it on him.
I will. Big up Shepherd News. Big up. Shepherd News. Shepherd News have new YouTube. Boy, I guess we tell Shepherds to schedule create some YouTube accounts to subscribe multiple. Shepherd, how over Mavis Bank go on? Big up Shepherd News. Big up family. But all right. So the points that you made, me hear them and me understand the position. When I look on this thing, this oxygen thing, yeah, fine, me get it. But with a Vinicius Jr., when a person like with fame, I try challenge societal issues. I try take them on head on. Then in some instances, they might try resolve a problem. And unfortunately, we have seen enough black men and women have died because of the same purpose, taking on racism head on. All right. Now, Vinicius Jr. have the luxury to seal himself away with, certain financial earnings. He can go in neighborhood and he can tie himself off. Like you said, your son who play basketball doesn't have that luxury, right? Him there on the street. Right. And rare, a man, or in one game and a man can do that to them. And this is where a Vinicius Jr. comes in. Or not somebody else who's not a Vinicius Jr. Another player like a Samuel Eto'o. Before we talk about Vinicius Jr., Samuel Eto'o, one of the most vigilant and proactive youth against this stuff. You see me I say? So, and before him, George Weah used to make a lot of noise about it too. So may I say is that I admire any player who is willing to put his or her career on the line to make sure things kind of alleviate for your group. Because Vinicius Jr., you said it that bring attention, but it also turn off a certain audience. The same people right now who said Vinicius Jr. is a crybaby, some of these same people have the financial earnings in Madrid who can influence the landscape of what Vinicius Jr. become at Madrid. If Vinicius Jr. goes into a bad patch at Real Madrid, he can be moved on pretty quickly because of the crybaby label. In fact, a few weeks ago, we were talking about maybe Vinicius Jr. is going to be moved on. Not just from the fact that he wasn't playing well, but the additional thing is that, the man a crybaby have all this other stuff around him. And so when Vinicius Jr. do what he do, And again, I'm not saying that Gianluca Cristiani is guilty of it, but we know Vinicius Jr., people have been convicted of racial abuse against Vini in Spain. When a person put them career upon the line, I admire a person like a Vinicius. I mean, a man just because me do my work, and if a boy deal with me a certain way, I tell him about him mother, and then me go on a HR, and then me I get fired, or we are going to go to blah, 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 and more than likely, he's very vocal about his position, and we'll see how it transpires. Maybe Gianluca didn't say it, and maybe just an overreaction. In regard to the score thing, ended 1-0. I think Cristiani and Benfica escaped not because of the stop in the game. I think they escaped because of Kylian Mbappe's inefficiency in front of goal. Kylian Mbappe should have easily scored at least 2 goals in this football game. Vinícius Jr. backheel a ball to Kylian Mbappe right at the 6-yard box with the goal gaping. And up to now, it's still no reach in the playing field. And I'm like, what is going on with Kylian Mbappe? So maybe this is why Kylian Mbappe come forward and say, yeah, man, him say, man. Yeah, because he missed so many chances. So that to me is one of the issues why this game only ended 1-0.
Yeah.
BM says, ball chat, do you remember? Yeah, man, Junior Fleming allegedly called him a man, a batty man, we can't use it. Rastafari. During a USL game. He was suspended and eventually left the league. The race should have similar consequences. Landon Donovan went really hard at Junior Fleming. And Landon Donovan, who was the opposing coach, has a lot of power in American football, American soccer. Because we all remember that incident. Because we have interviewed Junior, not you Junior, but Junior Fleming. And we have spoken to Junior Fleming one away on the side. Now we just learned that we can't call some man certain things out the road.
Alright, so that's a perfect example. We amongst ourselves in our culture, how much time we used it amongst ourselves, calling each other that? Out a joke. I said, brother, like a batty one. How much time we say that?
I mean, but man, you can't call the man B, man. The man them say we the one the circle.
But it's alright.
It's just like your place of employment. Is there a certain code of conduct or certain ethics?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
USL had code of ethics. Apparently FIFA doesn't have any. Or them have it except when it comes to racism.
No, it's there for racism, but FIFA stays away from what's going on the field. Now, from fans to players is a different thing. Because common sense supposed to tell people that the footballers, if you're playing amongst black men and you're playing, be done.
Yeah, be done. BM says we can't treat this racism issue nonchalant attitude. I 100% agree. It's simply unacceptable. I 100% agree.
But you also can't have such a hard line. It's not nonchalant.
What's the hard line though?
Huh?
What is the hard line?
You can't sit down and just ready for throw this youth under the bus.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? No, you say you can't sit down and just ready to throw him under the bus. I say why not?
So let's magically.
Yes.
Let's say magically, because boom mics do exist. So even if you cover your mouth, there's a very strong possibility a boom mic can be pointed to the player. I can pick it up. Let's say there was some way they can prove. You can look at him face on the side of him face. And him talking, you can make out him say Hermano. Let's do something like that happen. You tarnish this youth life forever, you know. Forever. You tarnish the man life forever.
Yeah, but this is why you got to do an investigation. People, All right, so you have a court of public opinion. You have those who right now will say Gianluca Cristiani, who support him and said, okay, he didn't say it because he's not that type of person. You have those who said, okay, make wait till the evidence come out. I'm in the sense, all right, make wait till the evidence come out, but I'm still going to go on the sense also, this is alleged. This is why we wait till the evidence. But when discussing Vinicius Jr., we know say these things has occurred with Vinicius Jr. and I pass. So this nas try to put Gianluca in a what has occurred to Vinicius. We just talk about, I am coming from the perspective of his reaction. I have no problem with his reaction if he felt like that is something that he heard. Now if evidence come forward and say otherwise, then Vinicius Jr. need to man up and apologize to Gianluca Cristiani. Because that's part of the whole healing process. You can't be a man who cry, what them say, the boy who cry wolf. You can't be that. Yeah. You can't be that. So this is because that's not gonna help eliminate racism.
Yeah, you know, look, Mr. Racism born racist, and if you're a racist, I hope you get what coming to you. And that's where we leave it, because I have my opinions on Vini as well, and it's not going to be fair. It won't be received well in this context. It won't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a not complicated the box cover. it's not racist. We just burn you out. I just straight and simple. I non-apologetically burn Jose Mourinho. So from the statement he made after the game.
Your Jose take was wrong. Jose take was 100% wrong. And I'll tell you why. Jose is not obligated to make you feel good. Jose is not obligated to make Vini feel good. And this is right after the game. His obligation is to Benfica and the Benfica players. Now, looking at looking at the open personality of Jose Mourinho, what he chose to show us over the years publicly, his public persona. I expect Jose to look at a player in a locker room and say, yo, did you say it? It's just a simple question. Did you say it? And if him say yes, we're going to deal with it indoors. If him say no, we're going to deal with it indoors. Or we're going to deal with it outside. But then when he come out now, he has to defend this player. He has to defend the actions of his fans. It is suicide for him to come out now and say, well, you know, Vini has a right to do what he did. No. This is the same Jose Mourinho when they win the Champions League and run and slide. Slide like a him score goal. These are the same Jose Mourinho would walk across the professor face and run him well. This is the same Jose Mourinho. So you can't be surprised when he's acting this way towards the opposing player. There's a player, was it Gula? There's a player that hugged there's a white player for Real Madrid who hugged the youth, you know. If you watch the video again. There's a white player for Real Madrid.
Dino's son. I think it's Dino.
I don't have to look for the video again, but there was a white player there. If he come out and say, I did hear it. That is FIFA going to say investigation done, hold a 6-month ban. Right? But if him come out and say, Vini is my teammate, but I cannot say I clearly heard the word. Then investigation done, Vini you never hear right, go about your business. Case done. I will move on to the next game. And everybody just get over it and move on. Right? And then now, racism in football is hanging on that balance. And regardless of what FIFA, the chances of FIFA coming out and saying, yeah, I have proof that the player did say it, is probably 1%. So there's a 99% chance that FIFA, that the whole of us already don't trust, is going to come out and say, unfortunately, the investigation is inconclusive.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. I mean, and I'm talking about... No, I mean, me I talk from my perspective. Me not try to communicate for no one. Me just talk about my vibes and my requests as a fan of a sport what me watch. And if FIFA said the evidence inconclusive, then the evidence inconclusive. Because trying to make up racism to punish somebody is just as bad as racism. It's me ideal. If you don't have no evidence of racism, then don't forward with it. You do your investigation, the man cover him shirt, you can't find nothing, you keep it moving. And there's nothing that Vinicius Jr. can do about it. I just saw it go. At the end of the day, Vinicius Jr. can say what he wants to say, but if the investigation proves otherwise or inconclusive, there's nothing Vinicius Jr. can make the authorities do. I just saw it go. That's my assessment on it. Regarding the Jose Mourinho thing, and Jose Mourinho free to say what he wants, you know. It's just like a man what day would say, boy, me can't talk my mind, because then we cancel me. Yo, a man can't say what he wants, and the reaction of people is up to the people. Jose Mourinho take the position to defend his club and his players and his organization, and that is fine. Now when I forward around here, so I say, yo, bun Jose Mourinho for what him say. You know, no, Jose Mourinho can't tell me say no for bun him, but me I bun him. And he has a right to say what he want to say. It's me I deal with. I just that the chat me say.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. And I hope people don't misunderstand. I don't think we have any disagreements. I agree with you.
I mean, at the end of the day, I admire. I can say Vinicius Jr. play foolishness in a ball game all the time, and I say, yo, it's absolute trash. But what I can absolutely separate is when, yo, there's racist Atletico Madrid fans. I don't really want to draw them into this, but yeah, and I get a beating with a belt too. Some Atletico Madrid fans, the ones who forget a beating with the belt, the things that they have done to Vinicius Jr. It's me I deal with. So their fans have beaten with belt. Verbally, for me, for them. And I can say, yo, him not playing a ball, and we can criticize those who are going with foolishness, because I respect his trad. I try solve an issue. Even though we do what we can every day out the road to try to solve an issue.
Right.
BM says, why would Cristiano call Hermano and cover his mouth, given the context of the explanation makes no sense? I think this is probably kind of bad into the whole trigger thing. Him know what trigger, so I don't know, and that is the problem.
Careful. You know what? This is such a good conversation. I am a big fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I'm going to land this plane. Work with me. I'm a big fan of Neil. Huge fan of Neil.
The astrophysicist.
The astrophysicist. I'm a huge fan. I'm gonna watch his videos them and everything.
All right, you know, I'm gonna pull him up.
He always talk about the God of the gaps, right? And the theoretical physicists, and them always say, yo, they're atheists, and some of them don't believe in a God, and blah 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 blah, right? And religion is such a hot topic, just like racism. If you bring up religious conversation around certain people and certain entities, you run the risk of them throwing you in a hot coal and rake the coals over you and burn you at the stake, right? So what he said was his worry or his fear, not fear, but when people ask him about God and whatever, he doesn't try to prove God. And he cautioned, I'm paraphrasing, but he cautions Christians from trying to prove God. Because science have shown that you have what they call God of the gaps. Back in the day, when there was a solar eclipse, what everybody used to say, God no like we air out the sun. Right? And then science eventually come back now and say, well, it wasn't really God enough. the sun and the shadow of the moon go in front of the sun and block you and blah 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 blah. So everywhere that people go down there and say, I can't prove this, it must be God. Science come back and prove it and say, well, and if science keep disproving God, does this make God real or does this hurt that God exists? But say all that to say, BM, when you try to use the logic of why did the player cover his face and talk, all a Benfica fan have to do is go back in the archives, probably in the last 3 weeks, and you might see this is how the player talk to people on the field. And if he talks to people on the field like this, whether they're white, black, or whatever, then does this now absolve him of being racist? So we have to be careful. We can't get too emotional with this thing. We cannot, I tell you, because you can't. You see Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice when Real Madrid and Arsenal play. It's two of them attack. Where you see Mbappe attack? That's how the players communicate with each other. So I'm sorry. That's not enough proof to say, and you know, Vini, you have too much money, brother. Walk with one microchip recorder or something, man.
Yeah, the money about Vini for walk with microchip. How about FIFA figure out them thing? Yo, born a racist around here. If this brother is alleged racist, but we'll find out what go on with him. And I definitely hear what you said. We can't have to wait till the evidence presents itself.
We have the perfect fix. We have the perfect fix. You see the player about that walk around with Brazil, right? And the Brazil, them have this little microchip in
it. The tracker.
We track them?
Yeah. The Brazil probably have record already now.
Thank you. It probably already have the record.
It's so convenient his Brazil never did work.
Oh, you think so? FIFA might
just like a police where it's just like a police officer was supposed to wear camera and turning on. It's so convenient when they go mash things. Film camera can't work.
Well, guess what? Guess what, FIFA? That's the fix. Every player put the jersey. You can put a little microphone on the jersey. I make the players them know said this is to stop racism and this is to stop abuse. Cause I know the racism. You have cultural abuse, you have sexual abuse, you have all kind of abuse that go on for the field. You know? So, easy fix that, brother.
And just to reiterate, FIFA President Infantino, which took me for a surprise that Infantino inserted himself here.
He has
without
to.
a statement. I make a comment.
He has to. So. He has to. The World Cup is 4 months away. Man. The last thing you want is a racist story hovering over the sport 4 months before the World Cup. That's the last thing you want. And worse, going into the international break.
Junior, I mean, the World Cup is hosted by a... You don't need no racist story from Champions League. You already have stories over here, so I sell itself. Where man send man go a country where not even come from. You have a yard man now probably there a Swaziland and figure out say, yo, how me reach a Swaziland? What this? How me reach back am I here? You know how far Swaziland is from Jamaica?
But say it as joke, but Jaja, yeah. Yeah.
And then, yeah. Alright, on the field. Can we have other things? We don't reach Jamaica Jersey yet, you know.
I'm
scores in the game today and yesterday. Let's run through the scores, Junior. Your thoughts on yesterday's results first and foremost. Of course, we discussed at length the incident, the issue, the fiasco at the Real Madrid Benfica game. But you have Club Brugge and Atletico Madrid drew 2-2, and Bodo Glimt, I could have used another word, but Bodo Glimt defeated Inter Milan 3-1. What is going on there?
Yo, I think Inter Milan still feeling pain from the 6 from PSG. I don't think they have recovered. I don't think. I think they need to We did say at the end of the Champions League final that they needed to rebuild that team. So why are we surprised?
Junior, we're talking about Glint, a Norwegian team that is on or was on winter break. The man them not playing a ball from when? From what? November. They defeated Man City. So I guess you shouldn't take them lightly. And then, who else them defeat? Them defeated Real Madrid? Who else them defeat? Someone else. And but come on now. This is a chance to make it to the knockout to the round of 16. And Inter Milan are asleep.
Well, they lost to a better team.
All right, other results. Some in-depth analysis there from Junior. Let's run.
But what more you want to say? Inter Milan supposed to beat this team. Inter Milan is ordained to beat this team.
You can't lose. You're not supposed to lose the backside, Bridget. Of course, we need to get to Jamaican Football Report because
take that up with the God in the gap.
We need to get to Jamaican Football Report because I'll forget the Rudolph Speed interview with Oral Tracy about Rudolph Speed with Oral Tracy. Don't make me miss that, talking about motivation.
So make we cut to the chase then.
We'll go short. All right, that done. Champions League done. We don't have nothing else to say. Second leg next week. Arsenal, quickly. Arsenal drop points today. Talk to me. Is this it? Is the league done? Man City versus Newcastle. Tomorrow, I think.
Arsenal is a big pile of doo-doo. And it's the worst kind of own goal they can give up to. What the hell? Oh, Gabriel and the keeper buck up.
Yeah, that does not make any sense. No, Man City versus... When Man City are playing? Newcastle. That's on Saturday.
I know, but I don't know why people think say that going to be much of a competition. But
what? Arsenal, so what was going on there? Why David Ray and call off Gabriel on the goal? It's a keeper.
Why Gabriel don't listen to the keeper? Because
I am still trying to find the camera where I see the keeper saying keeper. Did you see anything?
No, but I don't know. So Man City hosts Newcastle. When is Saturday?
Yeah, on Saturday.
They host Newcastle.
Yes.
With a chance to go within a win of top of the league, and they still have Arsenal to play. Come on, man. So Arsenal, look, Arsenal still have their destiny in their hands. Arsenal still can earn the title. You're going to have drop points. You're going to have games where you lose or you draw unexpectedly. It's going to happen. But it all hinges on April 18th. April 18th, Arsenal visit the Etihad. If they come out of that game with points, them go.
A lot can happen between now and April 18th. Big up to Juego Bueno Golazo. What a rotted goal. That first goal by Wolves from the right side of the 18-yard box. David Rhea had no chance. That one they hitch up another pigeon. Wicked goal out. Wicked goal. Junior 2-0 up. Arsenal.
And then they travel to Tottenham next. The new look Tottenham, the London Derby next. And that is on Sunday. Sunday.
Watch along, mad, crazy watch along this weekend. Man City Newcastle Saturday. I'm gonna do a watch along for the one there. By the way, you know, so me almost say a thing and slip.
Yeah.
No, I say a thing. All right. Stepping away from English Premier League, let's get over to the Reggae Girl squad, Junior, before we go Jamaican men's football team. Reggae Girls
squad. Reggae Girls squad, man. They not make no money.
Who now make no money?
That's not Dennis Chung said.
You in fine form today, Junior. In fine form. Alright, Reggae Girls coach. Well, I guess with
who? Reggae Girls what?
Reggae Girls coach Hubert Busby. Full disclosure, family, we did email JFF leadership and we asked them who is the coach. Or did they renew the contract? I know we didn't get a reply, but we got confirmation at the press conference on Monday.
We get a kiss teeth. They just have a hit send for the kiss teeth.
So based on Daniel Blake information that came out earlier today, Daniel Blake is reporting that Hubert Busby received a 1-year extension. Busby said he's quite happy with that. So he will take them through the CONCACAF W Championship, and then you have the CONCACAF W Championship qualifiers, and then you have CONCACAF W Championship, which is where you need to perform, where Reggae Girls need to perform well to make it to the World Cup. You good with that, Junior? I mean, maybe Michael Ricketts will reply to our email at some point.
Yo, he just have a hit send. He just what's a big kiss teeth.
The squad is Sydney Schneider, Rebecca Spencer, Leah Brooks, defenders Tiana Harris, Kanya Plummer, Chantel Swebe, Naya Cardoza, Cameron Simmons, Tiffany Cameron, Alison Swebe, Adam Malcolm. I'm sure I'll figure out a way to pronounce your first name. Atlanta Primus, Denisha Blackwood, Israela Groves, Jade Bailey, Judy Carter, forward Kayla McKenna, Shaniel Buckley, Natasha Thomas, Shania Hales, Solai Washington, Kiki Kalisa Van Zanten, and the big striker herself, the General, Khadija Bonisha. I guess what you call a lady general, Junior? Is that the general? General I usually associate with men.
What? I'm not touching that one.
All right, your thoughts on the squad, Junior? They're getting ready to play Nicaragua on March 2nd.
You know, when we do our reports, our when any word of news come out, we always put it out there, and it's always Reggae Girls sign new contract, Reggae Girls sign new contract, Reggae Girls sign new contract, right? But yet we still have some old players still getting called up.
Like who? Who you talking about? Who you drop word for?
Kanya Plummer.
Kanya is playing quite well in Portugal, or is in Turkey. It's the Fenerbahce in Turkey.
You've seen her play.
She's playing quite well. Scored a couple goals though.
All right. So I apologize then. I like the squad.
And she's at her prime, 28 years old.
I'm not. You're not baiting me into these kind of conversations. You're not
BM says I think you call a lady general diva.
Yeah, BM, why BM? Why? Benton is in the front row in that bus to hell, and you just go jump on the bus and talk about one-stop driver. Why BM?
I love the team. Yes, and Jody Brown out with that injury. Also, Drew Spence also out. Nicaragua is leading the group with 6 points, but we shouldn't need Drew Spence and Jody Brown to beat Nicaragua.
Nope.
We win the group, we're into the CONCACAF Double Championship.
Simple.
And unlike the Reggae boys, I expect the Reggae girls to take things very seriously.
Yeah.
We don't need no in-depth analysis. As we get closer to the game, we'll break this down. But that's the squad. All right.
I want to see some of the players them get rotated out. I'm not taking back my speech.
And Junior, who are Kanye Plummer again?
Kanye Plummer.
I mean, but she still has
the older Swaby.
All right, let me address the question. So yeah, I understand that the general or the diva, Alison Swaby, is getting up there. I'm a baller, man. Big up Alison. One Alison. But you have young players like Naya Cardoza who just signed a contract with Halifax Tides over there in Canada. So you can't just hand them the rope. So Vian Sampson is also missing from the game. So you need that veteran around to still guide. Now, what I would love to see is Naya and others get more valuable minutes than Alison Swaby in these early games, you know? You don't need Chantel Swaby partner with, well, no, it's probably Chantel Swaby and Kanye Plummer go partner. And Naya probably going to play right back or so.
And Denisha Blackwood playing good, right?
Of course, Den is playing. She will play, of course, definitely. I mean, she's doing quite well in Mexico. She's now a Toluca female. Yeah, man. She will, which is the strangest thing, you know. He has her here in midfield, as in Hubert Busby. We know she plays left back, so I don't know. For her club, she plays like a left wing position, so I don't know. And I big up to the big coach, who always thought that she is better served playing as a left wing. You don't know how it go. So, but looking forward to this. Yeah, go ahead.
Jamaican Trent Arnold.
Trent Arnold was excellent yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree on that?
He was okay.
All right, Trent Arnold was good yesterday.
Yes, he was. Yes.
All right, so what would be excellent for you with Trent Arnold at Real Madrid? What rises the level of excellent? Because it seems like it's an unattainable objective for Trent at Real Madrid.
I was shocked to hear how old Trent Arnold was. And the way he plays doesn't match his age. And for that, I will never rate him as a right back. I'm sorry. I think Trent is still only 26 now.
27.
27. He plays like he's 35.
Junior, but you have to make sure you put a disclaimer. You're a Man United fan, so we have to make sure we keep that.
We're not go back.
We're going to keep that. We're going to put all of that in context.
Sure.
So, but yeah, you know, I thought he played well. But again, the Reggae Girlz, Nicaragua, March 2nd, they will get ready for a camp. Looking forward to this game. We'll do a watch along as they get closer. And we're lining up an interview. As soon as the interview is ready, we'll line it up and drop it. We need to restart. What's that program, Junior? After Field?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it, Junior. We've been waiting all day to discuss this, and there's been a lot of debates. The Adidas Jamaican jersey. This has really triggered a lot of. I didn't even know so many people hate Rasta. I did not know so many people here at Rasta. Junior, do you have any issues with the shirt? Let's first and foremost.
All right. Yes, I have an issue with the shirt. Having read in it. The Jamaican flag is black, gold, and green. There is no red in the jersey.
Why is that an issue for you?
Because your national team jersey is a representative of the flag.
But remind me, I think Italy's flag is white, green, and red, and a blue shirt them play. Is that a problem for you? You ever did have a problem with Italy said that?
Well, that's a very good point.
Because Italy jersey, Italy flag are white. Now look you up now, white, green and something. I must see red and a blue shirt. And the plain blue, because I think years ago me learned this. The plain blue because of the El Savoy house or something, some house from Italy are to honor some. To honor the house that unify the Italian, the tribes them. We never know say Europeans have tribes.
Blue has historically, yeah, you're right. The house of Savoy.
They've unified the tribes, right? Italy, that's the word they use. The tribes.
Yeah.
Because we always did them say tribe, I just forgot them there.
Alright, so why does Jamaica have red in their jersey? Red symbolizes the blood of the people who fought for freedom and independence. It represents the vibrancy and passion of Jamaican color. The color reflects the colors reflect the national flag, which includes black, green, and yellow alongside red. Red is often associated with strength and resilience in Jamaican identity. The jersey design aims to foster national pride during competitions. As Adidas Bob Marley inspired Jamaica football jersey continues to divide fans days after its unveiling. All right, so that's in the Observer. All right, so point taken. You're right. Italy. I thought, you know what? I was waiting for the Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. You see, you're about to bring up Brazil. Oh, you can't even go there.
Brazil, remember, Brazil had the white jerseys.
Yes.
So, there's no debate then. You're 100%. You kill the debate. There is no debate. I have no response to it, sir. But how do you feel about Adidas branding it as the Bob Marley inspired Jamaican football jersey?
Because, all right, the jersey, if I understand it, was developed by Sidela Marley and the Marley Foundation, right?
Right.
Is that is facts?
I don't think develop is the right word, but there is some influence.
Are they they designed it? Is that?
I don't. I'm trying. The design has been praised internationally.
Are they collaborated? They gave input then.
I would say let's, according to Williams, the collaboration. I don't know. I would just, there is some influence there. The Bob Marley's federation has some influence.
Yeah, because if you're going to use name and likeness of Bob Marley, you have to go check them. And I mean, and if you have to go check them, if you have to use to get the approval to use name and likeness, right?
There is no name and likeness.
Isn't that the logo in well, not name, the image in the lower left corner there that I'm holding up? That's on the screen. Isn't that Bob's image in the lower left corner of his shirt?
Have a look.
What is the shirt I'm looking at here? Isn't this not the shirt? Right here in the bottom corner.
So them have that on the official jersey?
Is this not the shirt?
Hold on.
So Junior, you're not aware that this is the shirt?
Hold on.
No, so this is the Adidas page. Let me make sure I have the right. It says Jamaica 26 times our ex Bob Marley home kids jersey, $80. This is adidas.com. And in the lower left corner, the front of the shirt, there is Bob Marley's image right there.
No.
Should I go ahead and order one, Junior?
Kids, go ahead. Where you going to buy yourself? An extra large? But look, is that what they're going to wear? I hope that.
So, all right. So now even that seems like it brings a bigger problem for you. If Bob Marley is truly on the shirt, is this a problem?
For me personally, no.
Okay.
For me personally, no. But I can see the reason why it's a problem. Bob Marley represents a part of Jamaica. There are some people out there who don't like Bob Marley. You have some people out there that I shouldn't say don't like Bob Marley. I know some people that don't like Bob Marley. You have some people out there that don't resonate with the Rastafarian culture. Now, that doesn't mean the red in the jersey represents Rastafarian culture. I don't side with that. Now, the symbolism in the red, gold, and green is common, and anything associated with Jamaica, red, gold, and green, you're going to say this is Rasta colors, right? Nothing wrong with that. But when Adidas said the Bob Marley jersey, yeah, them pushing them luck right there at that point.
Yeah, man, in that corner because come on, just drop a big up. Come on, look at this video that Dale Elliott is. Big up Dale, Mr. Comedian himself. Big up youth. And the yellow shirt does have the Bob Marley face in that lower corner.
I am going to wait. I am going to wait.
You did order one, right?
When I'm walking out for New Caledonia, I'm going to look and see if they have that for the jersey.
All right. So a couple things. Big up Dean. Dean says the Observer article reason for red is not valid. Keep the Bob collection separate from the national team jersey. BM says, what are your thoughts on the young reggae girls Cameron Simmons and Salai Washington making the transition to the professional football? We'll touch them enough in a minute. BM. All right. And then we have some comments from Ty Gill. Big up Ty. Big up family. Ty said we want a ready night. You know what? I think at the end of the day, there's no requirement, to my understanding, under FIFA rules that you have to have the country flag in the jersey color.
Yeah, you don't. No.
Yeah.
You just need to have a light and a dark.
Yes. All right, so you're not... Yeah?
Yeah, you just need to have a light and a dark. Just home and away.
So you're not breaking no rules. So that's the first check. The second check is this. So... Ajax, a club in the Netherlands, had a Bob Marley shirt and I make money off of it.
Yeah. I
sell Bob Marley jersey, Bob Marley collection. Why JFF and Jamaica football team can't do the same? No Jamaica ain't born and grow.
They don't need... all right, yes, you can do that, but it doesn't need to be the national team jersey.
Well, this is, so to me it doesn't matter. It's just for a short period, the 26 kit, and then boom, bam, and I go play some games, and then we keep it moving. And in fact, when the reason why you're selling the jersey now during the 26 cycle, because we don't know so the men them kick over the thing and mash up the World Cup qualifiers. But the Reggae girls will be playing and I try to qualify for your World Cup.
Yeah, but it's not last week they made the decision. This was always a plan.
Yeah, but I mean, I say not last week, but at the end of the day, there's a potential good. People will more than likely buy jerseys. I think I'm more than likely buy jerseys when a team I do well, I perform well. Now, if the Reggae girls, I go to World Cup, may I buy some of them kits here.
So Benton, let me ask you a serious question.
Yes.
You really think JFF making money out of these jerseys? It's a rhetorical question.
No. I think I want to answer the question. And I will say this.
No. The answer is no.
If they make any money out of because the JFF, no, Adidas have them kit deal.
Yes, it's Adidas kit deal.
Yeah.
So Adidas don't pay Jamaica for the right to the jersey.
Pay money up front. Then JFF fault for it's not Adidas fault for scam JFF on the front end.
So look, note to JFF, note to the JFF. If you see some marketability in this brand, and you have full control over the Jamaica brand in a particular sport, yes, Adidas can run and go on with them shirt deal. They can run and go on with it. That doesn't mean that you can't market your own shirt, right? It doesn't have to be.
With the Bob Marley logo on it, Junior.
I am willing to bet that the GFF doesn't have a big say in this decision of what the jersey color.
Okay, I think I agree with that because JFF should have already gotten their shirt money when they made that deal. So, yeah, you make a very good point there.
If them have no control over it, but the Bob Marley Foundation can come in, who we know, I should have said we know, allegedly the JFF and the Bob Marley Foundation are the JFF and a member of the Bob Marley Foundation have a fractured relationship. Can we agree on that? In Sidella Marley. The relationship is not the best. But yet, they can come in and undercut JFF and make some money out of the jersey sales. While JFF, allegedly, because we don't know, JFF might email us and say, yo, you're chatting foolishness, you have no idea, and in that case, come on the show and talk to us. But I digress. So we don't know what the ramifications around the deal is, right? Well, if we're talking making money, and the GFF, if they are making money out of this, they consciously isolate a group of their fan base that they are dependent on in the long run to make some money off of by splitting up the jersey, by introducing a jersey to them. Because you have a set of fans that will not like the red in the jersey for different reasons. It's not necessarily Rasta only, but it's for different reasons.
Fine.
So you purposely do that. Is it worth that?
Junior, you did buy one of the fish jersey?
One of the what?
One of the fish jersey. Because if that's what you're saying, the JFF already divided the fan base with the fish jersey.
Which fish jersey?
The jersey with diamond or whatever look on the man and say what kind of heap of fish them look on the jersey like that. The last one. In fact, go pull up the previous jersey where you have. Go into your closet, carry come. The green, not the yellow one. The green one with the square with the things on it look like fish.
No, but I'm you know me.
So, but you know the jersey I'm talking.
No, I don't associate with such
in fact, let me see if I pull up that kit. Because, alright, so I understand the argument regarding JFF now probably get our money out of it. But one thing we know, and we know for a fact, Marley Foundation has invested heavily in women's football. Yeah. In fact, the Reggae Girlz probably wouldn't know where right now without the investment of Marley Foundation money. So, if we can use history as a lesson for guide we, then Marley will make a money with this Adidas thing, and then maybe some of that money will get spin off into the Women's Premier League. All right, Junior, that's wishful thinking. I know. But I'm saying, ideally, hopefully some of that money can spin off into development of football on the island. That's my wish. Let's see. I like the jersey. I'm looking forward to see the Reggae Girlz running out in it. You say you look forward to see whatever the boys are wearing. We'll see against New Caledonia.
What I think if them are wear that jersey with the Bob Marley.
And so what? I mean, I don't have. Regardless, it's just the man have to go out and compete. I don't care which jersey them are wear. It's just come play some ball. I mean, I win some games. I mean, once you have a jersey, you have a jersey. I mean, I just that me I work with me now. But
it raises. It's such a hot button topic, and you know what?
I can't even find the fish jersey anymore. I think I hate this.
You know, we talk about tone deaf ideas and people in high places are people in high marketing decisions, people that can make high marketing decisions. They are not associated with the culture, they are tone deaf, right? You know me, the music man, so I have nothing against Bob Marley. However, if I wanted a cultural expression for Jamaica, and if I'm a part of the decision making tree, I would say, well, I like Bob Marley. I love Bob Marley music, and Bob Marley represents a part of the Jamaican culture. Is there something else that represents all of Jamaica? Are we? Because I'm sure somebody sit down and do the stats and say, well, the people that are willing to buy the jerseys, majority of them are Bob Marley fans or Bob Marley supporters. Then that's a different argument, right? We don't know if them do crunch them numbers. But we saw Mexico jersey one year. Mexico jersey had the Aztec hieroglyphics on them jersey, right? Which represents part of their culture. The Aztec Indians and or Mayans, one of them. I think it's Aztecs. And then they had those symbolism on the jersey, right? Why we couldn't have a Marcus Garvey jersey?
I mean, that might be coming. With Marcus, because we have to talk about the ability to sell too, Are you not going to buy Marcus Garvey jersey?
You don't think Marcus Garvey jersey would sell?
I'm not so certain. No, not to the level of Bob Marley jersey. No. Globally. No, because you're tapping a whole another market. You said, yes, we will divide the Jamaican fan base. But then a man linked me from Colombia one day.
Yeah.
And asked me about the Bob Marley jersey and say, yo, Bridget, you see the jersey? I didn't even pay attention to it. And him say, yo, the jersey are nice. And he's not a Jamaican. And him say, I'm going to buy one. And because the man who are reggae music, them love Bob Marley music, I'm going to buy a jersey. Right. Now, you might not buy a jersey, but you're going to get some foreigners who buy some more jerseys. And I think that is what Adidas is tapping in to with this collaboration with the Marley Foundation. Remember I said the men's team mash up the thing for go to World Cup. So jersey, it's hard to move jersey right now. And Junior, I think this was a jersey I was speaking of, and I said it was a fish jersey, but it looked like I am wrong. It's not a fish jersey.
Yeah, not a fish jersey. But I would have never bought that jersey because what that jersey represents? What I want to say? Arawaks?
But Junior, you wore that jersey to a watch along.
I said the humming. No, I bought the training jersey. You mad?
You wore that jersey to.
I never buy this jersey. But the hummingbird is there. This hummingbird.
Yes, the hummingbird is there.
It's a nice design, but
yeah, hummingbird. All right. So yeah, I think I am down for the jersey. Let's hopefully the Reggae boys can roll out and beat New Caledonia and DR Congo in that jersey. Definitely. And then the Reggae girls can make some nice and Butter Brews Nicaragua in that jersey.
I would sing One Love. We'll sing One Love.
We sing One Love Congo all the way to the World Cup.
Yeah. No. We sing on. We gonna chase those crazy ballheads. Hey, the DR Congo man, the statue man, the DR Congo him come from, right?
Yes, it's Patrice Lumumba, man.
Yeah, hey, we'll line him up, man.
Man, they didn't work. Man, they didn't work. BM asked a question around Cameron Simmons and Salah Washington making the transition. Cameron and Salah was at your alma mater, Junior, Florida State.
I was my alma mater, but yeah.
In fact, I think another Jamaican baller must have just signed down there again.
Yeah, them definitely. Florida State definitely. I can't remember the coach. There was a coach there, a little red. Dean, big up Dean. I big up Dean because Dean is a Christian selector right now, but back in the day, Dean and the brother would teach me for mixed music.
Yeah.
So big up Dean. Dean is a brother would teach me for mixed music. And Dean, you're supposed to remember the coach of Florida State. Look a red brother. I'm name one. I look a red Jamaican brother that was around the female team at the time, the Florida State women's team. And I don't know if he's still there, if him influence this decision, but Florida State definitely tapping into the Jamaican pipeline. Now, as for the players, how them transition into the next level, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm very excited about Salah Washington, and because it's a Georgia bias, of course. Want the best for Cameron Simmons, of course. Want the best for all the ballers, them. But Salah Washington, an absolute baller. We saw her at the World Cup when our virgin Lauren Donaldson rolled her out.
Yeah.
I think with her pace, she can cause a lot of noise, and this is good. I mean, I think in the Reggae Girlz setup, I want some more competitions. This was mentioned by the coach, Junior. Hubert Busby said we'll elevate the standard. As more of these players sign contract, that means that you can't play college ball and make the team anymore. You have to play professional ball. So, looking forward to see Salah Washington. I am very excited to see Salah because I really think that you put Salah on the left and you put Kiki Van Zanten, give her a number 10 role. Tell Jody Brown say you need a step up. Well, Jody recover. Tell Trudy Carter say you need a step up. I go rub bench. I just that way I work with right now. Then the man gonna say a Browning starting 11 we I work with. Man say is a uptown starting 11. And to kill it off, we just like a bench Bonisha and start Kayla McKenna.
Well, you did talk about the marketing of the jersey, right?
Yes.
There you go.
So very excited to see them playing in the NWSL. Very, very excited. Looking forward to them to see both ladies, and I'm looking forward to see young Nia Cardoza do some work in Canada. All right, Junior, we'll see if the best for last. Rudolph Speed was on the on what hits? Is it what hits 97 down in Jamaica with Oral Tracy? I wish I could play the audio, but I can't play it without the approval of Oral Tracy, and I never get it. So in this interview, Oral Tracy was very direct. He asked about motivation as it relates to Leon Bailey. Specifically, he highlighted Leon Bailey and the discrepancies in performance for club and country. Rudolph Speed took kind of different approach to the thing, and he said of course he's going to motivate people, but he thinks that when it comes to success at the national level or in a film side, if I have to motivate you, that lower down the ladder. He says first and foremost you have to want to do it. You have to want to play at the World Cup. You have to want to represent your country. Him say a bag of things. Me have to go back and listen to the interview. Junior, you probably can fill in when we forget. Your thoughts on those comments by Coach Rudolph Speed?
I wish he took the safer route.
Eh?
My thought is I wish he took the safer route. I wish he he didn't give sound bites. Because he gave sound bites. He gave things that we can sit down and pick through, and depending on which side of the fence you sit on with Rudolph Speed as a coach, you can find things to criticize, you can find things to applaud, right? The fact of the matter is, Rudolph Speed has never coached Leon Bailey as a head coach. He's never coached Leon Bailey. So you can't really expect him to come out and talk about how he would approach it. Or all of that is still to be seen. We don't even know if he talked to Leon Bailey. And you know what? Let me not sugarcoat it. With all the family history and things going on between his side and Leon Bailey's camp side, I don't expect much conversation to happen between them. So you can't really come out now and try to put down the gauntlet and throw down the gauntlet to Leon Bailey. It's just simple. Look, all that we are trying
Junior, should I play the clip?
No, don't play the clip. Don't play the clip. Because, you know, I'll play the clip.
Last time we get that. Alright, so this is...
Look, this clip is a big up to Oral Tracy. We're credited Oral Tracy 100% for this interview. This is not our interview. This is nothing for Ball Chat. We are just playing it for context sake.
Alright. And I'm not even put it on YouTube, just play it through my microphone. So yeah. YouTube not going to strike me. Alright, people, listen to Oral Tracy and Coach Rudolph Speed. This is Oral Tracy on hits.
Senior professionals, tried and proven talent
Nah, yeah.
Generally excel. What is it that has caused Leon Bailey to underperform so much for Jamaica? And where you going to feel light and fire under Bailey? Feet. Forget him to be Leon Bailey for Jamaica. At least not them two.
You know what? Let me play it right over here. Me play it.
When I hear the clip.
No.
Alright,
let me know if you're here. Me play it over here. So hold on.
Okay.
Let's see if we can play it.
Technical, give me a second, family. We're pulling up this clip, but we don't want to play it on YouTube. This is an audio recording between interim head coach of the Reggae Boyz, Rudolph Speed, and Oral Tracy, the Maverick. Check out Oral Tracy, the Maverick on YouTube for his commentary. Junior is pulling it up, but we're not playing it directly from YouTube. We just play the audio.
Wait name again?
It's in our chat. And I can just send it to you right now on our WhatsApp.
Yeah, send it to me now. Well, actually, hold on.
You have it? Alright, me just send it to you. In the interview, people, Oral asks Mr. Speed directly about how to light a fire under a player like.
Tell me if you can hear.
You know, the thing that struck me off the bat was
hear it?
Level of football where Jamaicans will generally excel. What is it that has caused Leon Bailey to underperform so much for Jamaica? And where you going to feel light and fire under Bailey?
May I hear it?
Forget him to be Leon Bailey for Jamaica. At least not them two games.
It's always difficult to single out a player like that because I really don't know what his instructions were when he was playing for the other coaches because I'm not that heavily, you know. Yeah, we all know how talented he is. The numbers just don't add up in a lot of cases, though, for Jamaica. But you know, I hear people talk all the time. You know, you need to get the players them to run through the walls for the coach and all of that. But in this modern world, that's a distant view.
You think so?
Yeah,
you think it still applies, bro?
No, it come about 5th or 6th though.
No.
So let me tell you what.
And the same database will tell us that.
No. It's training, knowledge, science. Man, I talk about. I mean, there's no reason.
That is an intangible way.
No.
You can't Google and get it in.
Well, let me explain.
It man when you broke them neck for your team.
Let me explain.
All right.
So you're talking about probably motivation, right?
Yes.
The greatest motivation is can't be me, because if they name you the coach, they would have to come play for you too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and if they name Pep, they would have to play for Pep. So the truth is, there's more things that the players need than me, the coach. So, like, for one, I can tell us there's 3 set of people that need things from this qualification, right?
Mm-hmm.
The JFF, the players, and the spectators, and the people who follow.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, they're...
It is not the JFF and the spectators that on the field speeding.
No, but
the players them.
No, but let me explain. So the players... So hold on. The players... They never say me now, just listen to me, I say.
You need to carry them down at Westmoreland and show them when the hurricane do down there. I look on them people down there, so them will not play for my boss.
So
we
never carry the under 17 go down there. But we never carry the under 17. I'm just saying to you, the first thing when you call up a player for play for your national team, he must want to play for the country. That's the first thing he must have in his mind. He must want to play for the country. Not play, right? The second thing, he's thinking that, listen, I'm playing for my country. My personal objectives is recognition. I want to play in the World Cup. Somebody like him say, I want to play for my country first. I want to play in the World Cup second. I want the personal recognition and satisfaction for me, my friend, and my family. Plus, there's the money side of it. I can get a better contract for myself. I can get if I go World Cup, I can negotiate better with my club. I can get a new job. More expensive. These are 4 things that I think more important to him than me. Me come 5th. Right? The difference, though, hold on. Me have my things that I want to achieve to, you know. Right? You say, as a coach, I want to go to the World Cup. I one of the first one. I want to coach my national team. Those are things where, you know, guess what? No? The JFF want the money. Me want the money because I get a bonus if me go.
Yeah.
So you see what is happening now? Now we have goal congruence. That is the most important thing, and that is my job.
Expound on that a bit.
Me and them, although we might have them in a different order. Because you have the same thing, you know. You want Jamaica to World Cup, you want to feel proud, you want to get...
Like how you want to feel like how I feel when I see them.
Yeah. So all 3 of us have goal congruence now. So now, my job is to make sure that they are aware of where they want to achieve, where me want to achieve, or where the national team and the JFF want to achieve. My job is to bring all of them together like this, so everybody achieve where they want set out to do.
Your job is multifaceted. It's a whole lot of things you have to do in speed.
Yeah, but me know.
So you have to deal with the thing tactically too. You know?
Yes, but yes.
You have to manage the process, you know.
Yes. So
but I put it to you, my boss. Obviously, you have coaches that are more motivators than tacticians, you know. I don't know if you're a database where you rely upon so much.
No. My training.
You have
coaches. Database. My training.
Are you training?
My training.
I don't know what I'm telling you.
No. My training is football. That's a mistake we make. We have other training.
Psychology.
To understand how people think and how you get them to perform at their best.
And you don't go out to deliberately try to motivate them to get them to perform at their best.
That's a part of it. But
isn't that a big part of it?
Yes, but trust me. You see, when somebody wants to do something, that's better than you motivate them.
All right, Speed, if you find the people who inherently want to do the thing and want to achieve the thing, you know.
Those are one of me I look for.
Your motivational work will be less.
Yes, and those are ones that I look for. So I try to make you understand.
It start from your selection then?
Yes. The people who want to play for their country, right. Yeah, that's it.
All right, we have another call online.
That's where that last part, that last piece is what I'm sure just said at the start, and just leave everything else out of the water.
Junior, but this is a tad bit contradictory to me.
Why?
Because
what's contradictory about it?
Rudolph Speed was the technical chairman of the chairman of the technical committee. He's on sabbatical. Mm-hmm. But that same JFF led committee or JFF committee did I run down Mason Greenwood. So now how are we while Rudolph Speed in the head coaching role is adamant, and I agree with him about selecting players that first and foremost want to play for the country. But that the same administration, which Rudolph Speed has a very strong voice in, was running down Mason Greenwood. So very which one it is?
It's a very simple answer. Oral Tracy point of view was Rudolph Speed's point of view before the head coaching job. But when you get the head coaching job and you realize the magnitude of the job, you realize the eggshells you have to walk on, you can't just lead by emotion. Listening to Oral Tracy in that interview, he was very emotional. You heard the pride. It's not emotional negatively. It's a lot of national pride there. But there's also national pride in Speed. But Speed is also wearing the cap of having to lead the young men to the World Cup. He cannot lead with his emotion. So it's a different approach to the job. So yes, when Rudolph Speed is behind the scenes, and he did say it, he said at the start, he doesn't know what was said to the player.
Hey, wait. So what was his role then as consultant?
All he's doing is picking the players.
But Junior, he was consultant for Steve McLaren.
Right.
So how comes he never know what was said to the player in that role as a coaching consultant? So he never attend coaching meetings?
No. He knows what was said, but that is between Steve McLaren and...
So then stop forward and come tell lie of the thing, brethren.
What do you mean by stop tell lie? That's part of the job.
Lying is a part of the job.
Yes,
so weird.
Lying is a part of the job.
You know what?
We can't sit down and think.
There is Fabi, big up Fabi Fran, Fabi that, and the one and only, big up yourself.
We can't sit down and think that we're hearing everything that's going on behind closed doors.
No, we don't, Junior. We can only work with what we have.
So, but Rudolph Speed, because I'm going to say it this way, and hopefully this doesn't sound too disrespectful to Mr. Speed, because I know.
Don't say it. Don't say it. We don't want to get a lawsuit.
I'm going to say it.
We don't want to get a lawsuit.
And I would tell him to take that lawsuit, turn it right side up, and anyway. Rudolph Speed's Achilles heel is his credentials, and he has a very soft spot for people undermining his knowledge, and that's a weakness. That's a character flaw. That's a coaching flaw in Rudolph Speed. And as a Jamaican fan, when I hear Rudolph Speed, when I hear Oral Tracy looking at him and telling him, yo, I, Oral Tracy, feel like this is part of coaching. You have to motivate the players and blah, blah, blah. Rudolph Speed said, I have the credentials. I know what it takes for coach. And Oral Tracy said, no, but you're not talking about the training. And he said, I have the training. I know. That signaled to me that he's not that flexible. He's not a flexible human being. And that's one of the worst character traits for a coach. So be afraid. Be afraid.
All right.
No matter why I hear nothing.
All right.
No matter say, yo, I'm accredited. We have the license. And it's bigger than we have the education. We can tell you.
But this is the same man who say him not care about feelings. When did say?
Well, and it's a different capacity. You know
man
why?
Say, yeah, one say, we're not in a business with feelings. What?
A business
A business. Something. I don't remember what him say.
But that was a different capacity because he was quote unquote chasing Whitmore at the time. Because Whitmore had the bigger celebrity at the time. But now the hunter become the hunted. Now you have to sit down now and back up your credentials. Now he sounds like a man to me that feels like every time he steps out, he has to prove that he earned the job. He has to prove that he's the right man for the job. So he's starting from way behind the starting block. And that interview screams that to me. And you know what I am worried about? I am worried about this Benton. Yo, Mason, you still want to play for Jamaica? Yo, Leon, you still want to play? I am worried about that phone call because he doesn't sound like the type of person that is open to negotiation. It doesn't sound that way to me.
But that may help him to some extent, could it, Junior? I mean,
it could.
I mean, he knows his strengths. He knows his weaknesses. He knows how he wants his team to play. And it's his responsibility now to get that across to the players. By March, they're playing Martinique on February 21st. Some call it useless friendly, but it's important. It's an important friendly game. And it's more of Rudolph's speed to get his points across and adamantly get his points across and take control of training and all them things there. I mean, I am hopeful. I mean, of course you have a shot. The greatest thing with a Rudolph speed coach Reggae Boyz is an unknown. There's not a lot of tape on a Rudolph speed. There's no tape on a Rudolph speed Reggae Boyz. So you can go dig up all the tape where you want from coach X, Y, and Z with coach Reggae Boyz and plan for them. But the DR Congo coach, the New Caledonia coach, cannot pick up a tape and say, yo, this is what Rudolph Speed is going to play at the Jamaica with his team. Now, he might pick up Cavalier and work with that. And there's an element of surprise that Rudolph Speed could use to his advantage in that New Caledonia game. And who knows? Like you said, it's just 2 games. You win 2 games in the World Cup. I am backing Rudolph Speed. And I'm backing him to beat New Caledonia. The DR Congo, we have to go wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not that confident, but we'll see. Big up to Luther _ VS. Saying, can we react to a thread that person made, I don't know if it's male or female, made on Twitter about similar cases of racism against Vinícius Jr. So I'm looking at that post and I see Etu, is that George Weah? I don't know, that's Cunningham. That's Cunningham, Etu, Balotelli, and my boy Barcelona.
Dani Alves.
When Dani Alves at the banana, and then you have Vini Jr. standing. It's a very good picture. So my reaction to it is I'm assuming, Lothar, that you made that picture. That's a very good picture. Very, very good picture. We're on fire on X. So I would retweet it if I could, but a very good picture.
I think, look, we're not on X, but if you're on Blue Sky, send it on.
Send it on to us and we retweet it on Blue Sky. But very, very good picture there, and it's at Lati Villada. So love it. Yo, we'll start up with Vini Jr, brother.
Okay. You know what? Continue on the show as we read to we had. Because 1 minute you have on Vini, next minute you have stand up with him.
I wasn't burning Vini. I never burned Vini. Don't say that.
BM says Congo will have something to work with because Jamaica will play New Caledonia in the first game. Yep. Sure.
Jamaica can sandbag.
Yeah. Now, so you can't tell me, say, Rudolph Speed cannot display all his tricks in the New Caledonia game, Bridget.
I shouldn't need to.
You shouldn't need to.
Yeah.
You have to put something in that.
You know, he can decide to play through the middle against New Caledonia, play a more possession style base game, and then come out against Congo and run at them. So the element of surprise is still there. Plus, he can also set traps. So there are, while you are right, BM, he can outsmart DR Congo. In terms of tactics, in terms of the X's and O's. He can play a back three against New Caledonia, come out with a back four against DR Congo. So there are ways around that.
Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Big up to all those who are on the live. Big up, subscribe. Junior, I hit that we are going where we are. Going home. Before we go, Junior, should we just ask the people if them like the headlines, or should we continue to do those headlines? People, BM and Fab, do you guys like the headlines, and should we continue to do the headlines? Because we're looking for creative ways to deliver content frequently to the audience, We're looking for ways to get things out quickly, clearly, and for people to smash like button and share. So
do you prefer headlines versus opinion pieces? Which one do you guys prefer?
Yeah, which one you guys prefer?
Everyone don't care.
Yeah, we have watch along coming up this weekend. Man City versus Newcastle. We also have Spurs versus Arsenal on Sunday, Junior.
Yep.
What? Before we go, Junior, Football Club Barcelona suffered as 2 games in a row setback. Defeated Girona on Monday. Defeat to Atletico Madrid last week in the Copa del Rey. Are you concerned? Any worry there for Hansi Flick and this FC Barca team? I think we had discussed at length about this high line. It seems like Girona picked them penny, aka had the right formula against them on Monday.
No, there's no concern there because the stars have to align for you to beat Barcelona. If you're not just flat out better than them, and the stars align for Girona. I think Barcelona had a bunch of injuries too. So is that like? Even though I'm not going to blame the injuries, it sometimes it happens. Now the Atletico Madrid game is more the Copa del Rey. That's that's more of an eye raiser.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. You're trying to win La Liga and you're trying to win Champions League, and you're still in both. Now you need to fix whatever is ailing you, or if it's just a bad patch of games, which can happen. Look at Arsenal. So I'm not that concerned over it right now. If they go out and lose.
Yeah, I mean, I think for coach Hansi Flick, I mean, the ultimate objective is Champions League. La Liga doesn't really mean that much. I mean, the Football Club Barcelona need as much money as they can get, and that comes from winning Champions League. And this high line, if exposed against a team like Girona, when you get in the Champions League late, other teams will exploit you.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Other teams, sorry. No comment from BM and Fabi. So probably
No, we just go on to the opinion pieces and if breaking news break, we just drop it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, right, that's long show on the Friday, Wednesday evening. Yeah. Hopefully everyone have a great Thursday. Big up Luca. Luca, head over to YouTube and subscribe to BCN Sports, Luca. Head over to YouTube and subscribe to BCN Sports.
He's following on Twitch. I'm going to follow him back on Twitch.
Yeah, man. Head over and subscribe. BM says the headlines are good. Keep doing the work, guys. BM done with the headlines. Alright, we need to smash the like button. We can keep working to improve the headlines so we can get them out to a larger audience. We're also going to do more commentaries and opinion pieces, just like what we did with the reggae girls and the reggae boys, not reggae girls. Alright. Young under 17 reggae boys. Yo, alright, that's enough time for go my
music I forward back. I'm going to start doing back mixes. I have a couple of people asking for music mixes and also music interviews. So we're going to start bringing them back.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for an off the field coming up soon. If we record an interview, we're going to record it and drop it soon. Yo, alright, that's enough time for go my yard. Have a wonderful week, rest of the week, family. Bless up on yourself. Look more.
Later, order your red, gold, and green jersey.
I will, Junior. Don't Rastafari.